Hello everyone, welcome to my 2022 sim racing and home office tour. This is the video I'll show everything I have in my sim racing and office space, as well as equipment that I use and how I use this space. I have affiliate links to some of the products below, so if there's something you like, you can check it out. The room is made of 4 separate areas: the office and gaming space, the sim rig, the IKEA Kallax storage area, and the minuscule closet. This is the current iteration of the room, which I'm finding to be the most useful thus far. The room is very small. In size, it's 2.8 by 2.8 meters, so less than 8 square meters or 85 square feet. In this space, not only I sim race, but produce and shoot videos that include some of the B-roll you see in the videos. Let's start with the area you mostly see in the videos. In this case, it will be the sim rig. It's a fairly simplistic and straightforward setup. The more I do sim racing, the more I find that less is more. Or in this case is to keep everything compact. The choices are very deliberate and I have to make it simple. Therefore, and to help with that, the rig is a Simatic K2R. Despite having in store a GT Omega Prime in the shed, I found that this sim rig is very practical, rigid and flexible, while still maintaining a compact frame with everything I need. It's not the most rigid out there, but the flexibility and ease of use is something I need, as I do plenty of equipment review videos, and having something that is compatible with everything under the sun and it's easy to swap is very important to me. Pedals especially can be super tricky, and this pedal tray is compatible with almost everything that is selling right now. So the equipment I'm using is mostly Fanatec at the moment. This is once again due to the flexibility and compatibility with multiple consoles. The Fanatec DD1, maybe it's not the absolute best direct drive out there, but it works excellent and I have zero complaints of its performance, power and flexibility. At multiple points in time, I've been thinking of swapping the DD1 for the DD Pro, but at this time the DD1 is keeping here. Since I use the PlayStation, having everything Fanatec simplifies the content creation process immensely. The main issue is, of course, the QR system. That could be better. In a practical term, having everything on a Fanatec ecosystem, it will mean that the wheel will serve as a sort of a hub, so everything that is Fanatec, a Fanatec peripheral connects to it, and only 2 cables come out of it, so a power one and the USB one. This simplifies the cable management immensely. The pedals that I have connected at the moment are the V3s. I have had better pedals in the rig, though I keep coming back to these because they are set up the way I want them to be and they work really nicely. For the shifter, the TH8 shifter was swapped for the Club Sport because of the compatibility. And I also changed the Akine handbrake for the Club Sport because the potentiometer of the Akine handbrake was acting up, and also once again because of the compatibility. Once again, having everything connected to the wheelbase simplifies the process quite a lot and frees up a lot of space. The seat that is connected to the rig is a GT Omega XLRS. GT Omega sent this one 2 years ago because it had a manufacturing defect. In use terms, this means absolutely nothing, as this seat is so comfortable even after hours of use. I've done multiple indoor races in it with no problem whatsoever. The install on this rig was super simple, and I think I'll use this seat until it's broken or my cat decides to sharpen his claws in it. For monitors, there's a couple of them. The main one is a BenQ 3415R, which BenQ says it's specifically made for sim racing. It is a great monitor indeed, but I'm not too sure what they mean by a sim racing monitor. It's a regular curved 34-inch monitor, 21:9 aspect ratio, 1440p, 144 Hz. It has great image quality, a great color representation, all the bells and whistles. I found that the extra width is indeed useful for sim racing, but I found generally that this screen could probably work better as a work monitor. Still, it provides an excellent image for sim racing, even if its price is steep. Having this monitor over triple screens makes the installation process and the cable management much more simple. On the top, there's a random old LG 23-inch monitor that serves as a secondary monitor. It's mounted on a regular stand. So the current setup you see is based on practicality with performance. It's hard to balance sim racing hardware and still have a small enough footprint for a room of this size when I have so many other uses for it. And because it's stretched to the maximum, there's only a little bit of space on the right for the camera, in this case the Sony a6400. So everything here needs to be as minimal as possible and serve multiple functions with the smallest possible footprint. That was also the thought for the office and gaming area. I've had many desk setups over the years. This one seems to be the most useful one. The desk is quite a common IKEA hack desk setup with a Carlby countertop and then an Alice desk drawer set. The Carlby though is slightly too large for the room, but I've made it work. The extra desk space serves also as a way to record B-roll. We'll start with the chair, and it's in need of a refresh. In this case, it's a GT Omega chair that is heavily scratched by the house fluff ball. I change it, but I know it would suffer the same fate. Still, it's a super comfortable chair, even in the summertime because of the breathability of the fabric. The monitor is an LG UltraGear 27GN88A, which is a 144Hz 1440p display. I chose this one as it ticks a lot of boxes. It has a high refresh rate, it is 1440p, and most especially it has a decently accurate color display for content creation. It's a fantastic monitor, excellent for gaming and everything I do. It comes with its own monitor arms, and it has two USB ports, which I'm using to connect the keyboard and the mouse when it needs recharging. Speaking of those, the keyboard, for those that care, is a TechWare Phantom RGB with blue switches and a Nepo Maker Dawn caps in XDA profile. This setup is excellent to type on. I love the sound and feel of these blue switches. The mouse is a Logitech G703. It's an excellent and comfortable mouse to use. It's gliding on a cheap felt mat that is comfortable but also completes the desk look. Behind the screen and PC case, there's a set of Govee light bars. These change the mood of the room, but also help with the eyes. These light bars are fully customizable through an app. At night, I tend to turn them on with a warm white glow to help with the eyes. They are also super practical to provide background light in the videos, and I use that a lot. On the right side, two of the best purchases I've made, the Stream Deck and the Wave XLR. The Stream Deck is so handy when streaming and recording video as the buttons are programmable. The Wave XLR simplified all the voice capturing and audio mastering for streaming and recording. It is also quite a decent audio deck. My previous deck, the FIO K3, died, so I was surprised that this serves as quite a good sound card too. My headphones, the AKG K702 pair, work really well with it. The objective of something like this, of course, is connected to a microphone, and in that case I use a Rode Procaster, which has such a nice radio sound, and while it's not as popular as the Shure counterpart sound-wise, I prefer it to it. It's far cheaper too. It is currently mounted on a swivel arm that is not the best solution for the rig, but it works. Powering all of this is my aging system that has hit the end of its upgrade life. This is a Ryzen 7 3700X with a recently acquired EVGA 3070 paired also with 32GB of RAM, which is mounted on a Asus B3050 Prime motherboard that was left over from my 1700X build from like 5 years ago. All of this is inside the NZXT H510i that I've somewhat matched with this black and red pattern. It is a great PC even if it has some parts that are now 5 years old. It really doesn't miss a beat. This area also has a few bits and bobs like the IKEA pegboard that is used to put some stuff into it, and also a shelf at the top. This shelf serves part as a storage area and also as a display shelf. That includes a couple of real plants, 2 small fake succulent plants, 3 Illy coffee tubs that serve as storage for bits and bobs, and also a couple of lenses, in this case an Auto Chinon 28mm 2.8 and an Auto Chinon 50mm 1.8 in Pentax mount that is converted to Sony E-mount. Now moving back to the Kallax area is yet another area that serves multiple functions. As the name suggests, it is centered around the Kallax storage unit, in this case a 2x4 shelf system that serves partly as a storage area and another part as a showcase area that is used in the videos as a B-roll section. The bottom row is mainly storage, the top row showcase of a few things like wheels, wheelbases, or even these shoes that are sometimes used in pedal videos. Then on the top, the objective was to make the shelf something cozy and interesting to me. Therefore, to help with that, there are a couple of plants. I found that greenery helps a lot to change the mood of the room. In here, there's also a couple of Govee light sets that will help bring everything together, and they will also work as mood lights for the B-roll of the videos. The room as it is, it's already doing more than I had planned for it, so everything now needs to be tactical upgrades or small rearrangements that improve usability. Probable that the new pedal set will be mounted to the rig later this year. A few are coming for review, so subscribe to the channel to keep up to date. And that's it. This is my room tour for 2022. I think it has a decent balance between a sim rig and somewhere I can work and create content. I really enjoy being here and I hope you have enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comments what you think of it.